Hello, we are Group J. Today, our topic of presentation is the Internet. The Internet has transformed the way information is shared and consumed, but it has also created problems that did not exist before. We will be discussing the problems that the Internet has brought to society and suggest some solutions to overcome the problems as well. First of all, this group consists of four members, and our names are Jesslyn, Sanjana, Jingni, and Jinshen. The Internet is a system of interconnection of computer networks and is also a global network that is accessible to anyone who has a smart device. Moreover, the internet carries an intensive variety of information, resources, and services that is free for everyone to use. The internet has helped to reduce the distance for people from all across the globe and minimized all limitations, as well as people that can interact with each other with just a click of the mouse. All in all, the internet has definitely made our world a relatively smaller place, and we should be grateful for its creation. The internet has become an integral and irreplaceable part of our daily lives. It has not only become an ubiquitous entity, but also has literally become an indispensable modern day tool for shopping, study, research, communication, and staying in touch with family members as well as friends by means of numerous applications ranging from Wikipedia to Facebook. With the rapid strides made in wireless internet technologies such as Wi-Fi, 3G, and 4G, and the advent of the cheap 3G and 4G enabled smartphones, the internet has become readily accessible to individuals all across socioeconomic groups. This has resulted in the emergence of a relatively new and worrisome phenomenon called internet addiction, which is increasingly affecting adolescents and young adults. Although the term addiction is used predominantly in relation to substance abuse, many authors are now using the term addiction to denote compulsive behavioral disorders with the internet.
Although the internet has many positive impacts, but it has also dark and ugly side. One of the problem is privacy of an individual is not guaranteed. Individuals who using internet may share their own information to someone they don't know and even without their permissions. For example, Zoom. Zoom gave data to third parties without users' knowledge. An April 2020 piece from the New York Times alleged that popular video conferencing site Zoom engaged in undisclosed data mining during user conversations. The coverage asserted that when a person signed into a meeting, Zoom transmitted their data to a system that matched individuals with their LinkedIn profiles. The incident happened via a subscription-based tool called LinkedIn Sales Navigator that Zoom offers customers to assist with their marketing needs.
Besides that, it has been proven that people who are addicted to the internet are more prone to loneliness and depression, as excessive internet use may create a heightened level of psychological arousal, resulting in little sleep, failure to eat for long periods, and limited physical activity. During a research in 2010, in China was carried out to study pathological or uncontrolled internet use and later mental health problems in 1,041 teenage students. The students were free of depression and anxiety at the start of the study. 62 of the teenagers were classified at the start of the study as being moderately pathological users of the internet, and two of them were found to be severely at risk for uncontrollable urges to go online. 9 months later, the youngsters were evaluated again for anxiety and depression, and 87 of them were judged as having developed depression. Eight reported significant anxiety symptoms. At the end of the research, the researchers said that their work suggested that teens who use the internet pathologically may be about 2.5 times more likely to develop depression than teens who are not addicted to the internet.
Other than that, individual the problem is breach of privacy of copyright material has increased with the use of the internet. Individual takes the works that other writers form as their own works. Hence, on October 28, President Clinton signed the Digital Millennium Act 1998. The act was designed to increase the protection given to copyrighted works on the internet. The new laws makes it illegal to circumvent technological measures that block access to copyrighted works and to distribute false information about a work such as the identify of its author and conditions for use. These provisions are known as the black box and copy management information provisions.
Lastly, with technological advancement, the nature of propaganda has changed significantly from one-way communication through mass media channels directed at passive audience to propaganda in a digital environment that allows for two-way communication without gatekeepers. While the internet is used for the empowerment of grassroots and protest movements, it is also increasingly being shaped and controlled by corporations and used by political parties, reactionary forces, and even criminal groups for social control. The Internet's ubiquity, ease of access and spread, low costs, and organizing function make it a primary propaganda channel. These hinder organizations and your audiences from recognizing where PR stops and propaganda begins.
Now I would like to move on to the solution for dealing with the issues that the internet causes. The way to overcome the problem of privacy of an individual is not guaranteed, is to commit to sharing less online. We immediately think of social networks when it comes to sharing information, and that is a great starting place. Be especially careful of pictures of you or your loved ones, geotagged posts, or any information you wouldn't want strangers to know about. In addition to social media platforms, nearly all apps collect details of your activities and they really protect your data as carefully as you would like. All of these share and data points make up your online footprint, which scammers can use to get access to your sensitive information. Furthermore, another way to overcome is use strong unique password and two-factor authentication. If you don't already have password or passcode for all your devices, add them now. But sometimes some hackers can avoid even a strong password if your device doesn't automatically lock. In other words, once you switch off your phone or turn on your screen saver, make sure the device requires the password again in as short a time as possible. For devices that use fast biometric authentication like fingerprint scanning or facial recognition instead of a code, the best setting is 30 seconds or immediately. Next, use a strong and unique password on your online accounts. Since you probably have dozens of accounts, a password manager is an easier way to keep the information secure. All in all, we must know how to protect our privacy on internet to prevent crucial information being stolen.
Followingly, in order to overcome this issue of spreading political propaganda, attack communities, and promote racism, governments should keep an eye on these issues and solve the problem. Establishing political parties were also found to be using social media to spread disinformation, suppress political participation, and undermine opposition parties, said the Oxford researchers. To solve the problems of the internet can lead to spreading political propaganda, attack communities, and promote racism. Government, companies, and users are all waking up how to serious public opinion manipulation as manifested in fake news. Governments are starting to recognize this fake news is something that must be actively fought. Various government agencies are now setting up services to debunk stories that they consider to be false. They are also considering imposing regulation and punishing sites that they do publish misinformation. In the end, however, it comes down to educated users. This discusses some of these signs of fake news in the hope that readers will be able to determine for themselves how to spot fake news. It is also discusses the psychology of fake news, what makes these campaigns work, and how they are able to convince people, in the hope that awareness of this technique will empower readers to resist them.
The solution to overcome the rate of piracy of copyright material has increased with the use of the internet is educate your audience. Because pirating has become such a norm, not many realize it is an illegal thing to do. For that reason, one of the most important and effective steps to protect your works from digital piracy is to educate the audience all about it. There are many ways to approach these effect. For example, if you are hosting a TV show, you can dedicate some time reminding users that piracy is a mistake that can lead to severe consequences. Through this, you can show the risk they put themselves in, such as the risk of downloading malware and viruses, along with the legal problems they will face if caught pirating. In addition, make an online software is another way can solve the problem. This software will scan downloads and detect if they purchase the words download. If the software doesn't detect any type of buy done, then it will notify the authorities. If it is first timer, then a warning will be sent to the address where the download detected. Somehow this will help and resolve the problem. People will be more scared to risk downloading or copyright words for free. Instead, they will be buying them to prevent getting a fine or into legal trouble. No matter how big these companies are, still have right. They can sue if they detect that their works are being stolen from them and now people are seeing them for free. These companies feel threatened when their works are being seen online for free. It means they are not making money from it. Also, they aren't getting the credit they should be. As a conclusion, software that can scan the words download will help solve the illegal download of words.
Nextly, studies have reported that people who excessively use the internet spend less time interacting face to face, which in turn results in depression and loneliness. Similarly, people who experience high levels of loneliness use the internet for emotional support. In order to overcome the problems of the excessive use of the internet that causes a person to feel lonely and depressed, people should socialize more and change communication patterns. Socializing involves being with and a part of other people, enjoying their company, confiding in them or letting them confiding in you, and working towards shared goals. People should socialize more and change their communication pattern. Invite over your friends and have some fun activities with them. Go out more frequently and make your loved one your priority. Spend time with them, do what you love, and try to maintain your real life relationships more than your internet relationships. These are the activities that banish loneliness feelings and promote the sense of safety, belonging, and enjoyment that helps people to feel secure. How can you change your communication pattern? When you are texting your friend all day through your phone, change the pattern and make them to talk to them directly face to face. Same way, if you are addicted to online games, you can replace them with outdoor games. Or you can go to video game stores and play there with your friends to keep your hands off your computer and consoles. Additionally, you can also find support groups for anxiety or depression, as your internet addiction may be a symptom of those mental health conditions. By treating your mental health and finding healthy ways to spend your time, you will learn to use your time on the internet more wisely. Moving on to the next slide, we can see from the chart above that the average hours per day spent on socializing and communication is reducing every year. Hence, people must socialize more and change their communication pattern while interacting with another.
In a nutshell, internet has pros and cons. Internet addiction is a serious problem with a profound impact on mental health. Therefore, early interventions is crucial. We are the one who control the internet and not the internet is the one who control us. So we should limit the time that we spend on the internet. Thank you for your listening to our presentation. Have a nice day.